Hello, hello. Oh, hold on. My mic's all the way up there. What's it doing up there? One moment. Pardon. Pardon. One moment. We're having technical difficulties. Allegedly. I could never have technical difficulties, though. That's so not me. Never happened to me before in my life. Okay, there we go. That's... Oh, sorry about that. Hello, 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 my lovely disciples. How are you all? Everyone who may or may not be here yet. Hello, Rena. How's it going? I'm gonna hop to painting here in just a second. I just need to wind a cable around something so it's not in my way. So that would be unfortunate. I'm already in my own way plenty. All right. Let's see. This should be working. Waha. Yeah, that's working. Let's go. Oh my god. It's been a very, very long, very what's it called? Painful week. Man, I was really fucking up when I was last here. I was struggling against a headache, so we ended up doing a lot of mistakes on this guy. It's all correctable. It's all fine. We can make do. But we have a lot to attempt to correct, which is fine. There's also this guy. I mean, both of these are fully dry now. I see we're missing some spots, like did not like keep paint on them. Just a little frustrating. I'm also like not thrilled with this greenish color on this guy. So I think for his skin, we're gonna go over and do like another thin coat of just like a bright green on him. That initial bright green we used. And then yeah, for like stuff where the paint just didn't like catch very well, like on here and here. I'm not too worried about it because this we're probably just gonna paint like a brown leather color, like we got on this guy. That said, let me position my goddamn microphone better. Maybe like this would be cool, and then it wouldn't be in my way so much. Maybe that should be fine. All right. Where do I even want to start? I kind of want to start with the red guy because I feel bad about leaving him in limbo with my headache the last time. So let's grab, I think I was using driftwood brown, I want to say. Having Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout tonight because I deserve it, quite frankly. And I enjoy it. It's good. It's a good stout. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this. I got a whole tray of like stuff to like, put over here, so I'm just gonna leave that there. All right. We're gonna need the pure red for this guy because we're gonna need paint over some of our mistakes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that right now. And let me grab a paper towel because I'm gonna need that as well. Ra-pa-pa, ra-ta-ta. All right, stick that there. Let's see. Like just a little bit of water in my paint here. And let me zoom in a little bit, give you guys a little bit of a more close up of what I'm doing, you know? How's that? I think that's good. Hopefully it's okay. And the parts I did paint didn't even get properly coated. That's okay. Thin coats. More thin coats is better anyways. We're not going to be perfect on this go around either. So it's okay. That's what painting in layers is for, you know? Sometimes you make mistakes. And you know what? That's fine. That might be cope. I don't know. You're an experienced model painter. Tell me if that's copium. Maybe I'm just bad. Actually, I know I'm just bad, but like, please let me cope. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just rambling. Oh man, I'm so sore. Yesterday, so I installed, it's a 55-pound capacity dryer, which means the washer. Which means the washer itself is like 700 pounds. So me and one of the installers were putting that in, and it was like a 12-hour day. I came into the day kind of tired because I had already had 2 days of installs before that. And I was just like, man, can today end sooner? That would be great. That would make my day, but alas. Hello, Celestia Heavenly. Welcome on in. Wonderful hands. Thank you. They are a little damaged. You can see I had a blister pop yesterday. And, ooh, this happened as well. I think I got like a chunk taken out of my thumb right now. It's like, I am dealing with stuff. How's it going? How are you doing? Welcome on in. And hello, Artie. Welcome on in. Don't mind. Alright. Calm down over there. How's everyone doing today? Tell me about yourselves. Tell me about your days. So on and so forth. What have you. I want to know. So I can yap all day and complain about having to install washers. Struggling to write an essay. Oh, I understand this pain. I've got like some writing done on my latest like thing that I want to write and that I like want to write, and it's still a struggle even though I want to write it, you know. And it's just like I got most of the characters laid out, but oh yeah, mapping out fictional interpersonal conflicts is actually kind of tiring. Who knew? What you writing? I am writing my next audio drama before I've even produced the first one, so that's where I'm at. I have to write a script, but only after my essay is done. I get that essay done first. Real life priorities have to take priority, unfortunately. I really wish that I could just be a silly little old man on the internet, but alas, I have to work. Audio thing? Yeah. Woo! Bit of a good solid burp there. We are definitely gonna have to do some cleanups around the edges here, but I can leave that for a little bit later. We're gonna let the actually hold on, I need to add some more. This needs to get touched up a bit. Okay, really like his cloak. I think it's turning out pretty good. So this part of it I want to do up in fancy colors. I haven't decided what yet. Burp in my face. Yeah. Like that? Is that the kind of ASMR everybody wants these days? The burp ASMR? I honestly don't know what people want these days. I've given up on deciding, trying to figure that out anyway, so make the stuff I want to make, you know. I'm thinking, because I hate the way this guy turned out. I really do. I actually despise the way this guy turned out. So kind of what I'm thinking is for all the skin parts, we're gonna go over it again with the green skin, but there are, so this was the mistake paint. This was the paint that was a mistake. I was kidding with Lovo Silent Relaxing ASMR. I need to go do some more work on it, but I am, at least in theory. Oh, you know what? I bet you that's it's an effect paint. It's supposed to go over stuff. Let's just do this green skin. I need to actually put some work into it, but I am putting together one of those like breathing audios where it's just literally just breathing, boyfriend breathing next to you, whatever thing, and just like loop it for 10 hours or however long. I want there to be like a solid, like at least 20, preferably like 30 minutes. Do you have swatches for all your paints? I do, you just can't see them. Look. Whoop. Here's my swatch. It's very dirty. But yes, I do have a swatch. And it's 3D printed, and like I could just 3D print a new one, but I keep reusing the same dirty ass one. Yeah, I've also got it like a paint holder thing over here for the paint bottles on top of like the paint holder thing I have up there, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, was that my work phone just now? No, that was my personal phone that flashed. Okay. Hello, happy Friday Eve, Mom. How are you? Welcome on in. Hope you are well. Let's cover up this mistake that I made. More layers of paint. Yes, good. Paint everywhere. So much paint. I had a feeling it was going to turn out bad, and then I was right. It's like, ugh. It's okay. Happens. Got you an easy day today? Yeah, it was pretty easy. I only had like the one call, so I knocked that out, and I took another call that like just came in right as I was calling in and be like, hey, is there more work? And that was at a juvenile correctional facility. So I went there, and their stuff is pretty beat up because, you know, the kids try to destroy it because, you know, they're not well, they're acting out, all that jazz. So I gave the guy a bunch of tips about what to do, like, you know, so the other thing is that the guy who was in charge of maintenance there, he kind of took over and didn't have any documentation on who to call, like who to talk to about stuff. Like he kind of like got thrown into this. So I was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to show you some of the basic fixes on these things, as long as you promise to buy parts from us. He was like, dude, hell yeah. Especially once I sold him, I was like, and the benefit of buying parts from us is that you have access to our parts gal, and she knows everything. And he's like, yeah, that sounds way better than ordering on Amazon. I'm like, it is. It probably isn't as quick on the delivery, but you get better service. He was like, okay, cool. So he's so I got him on board with that. He was like, do we need to buy new machines? I'm like, no, you do not need to buy new machines. Fix these ones. As someone who benefits from selling new machines, repair what you got. Juvenile facility, what fun? Not, yeah. Did you realize it's really recently my parents put me in troubled teens programs? I thought they forced me in dumb outside summer camps. Oh my god. That realization later in life is like, I haven't had that particular realizations, but I have had other realizations later in life of like, well then, you know? I'm trying to recall something offhand, but I know I've had them before, but I don't recall any offhand, unfortunately. It would be very fun to swap some stories, but unfortunately I have no stories to swap offhand. My brain is goo today. Let's make a deal. Hold on. Let's make a deal. How's that? One of my programs, I was the only non-addict. I befriended some drug dealers in high school. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. No, that's pretty bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that sounds rough. Oh. I knew drug dealers, but that was mostly because I just hung out around the like nerd / theater kid groups. You just ended up running into drug dealers that way. It was honestly impressive that I didn't become an addict from the non-addict program. Right? Some of the, like, yeah, some of those programs I think do more harm than good, frankly. Well, how do I want to proceed? So we could continue touching up this guy and like go in and fix some of our mistakes. We could also, instead of fixing some of our mistakes, we could start working on some other aspects of him besides like the robe toga situation. And that's tempting. It's also tempting to start work on whatever the hell I'm going to do with this guy. One of my high school theater friends taught me how to roll a blunt using Hotel Bible Page and loose tea leaves. It was during a high school road trip. Hell yeah. I honestly can't roll a blunt for shit. I've tried in the past. I'm terrible. I do not have the dexterity for that. I'm thinking... we're gonna set him aside for now. Yeah. Oh, this patch didn't turn out very well. I might want to repaint that real quick. Maybe. Sorry, I'm just like thinking. I can roll one, but I just can't smoke one because asthma. Yeah, don't do that. People, right? People. What a statement. People indeed. I think we did cultist purple. Let's do some more cultist purples. The red one looks to me from the back that he has a dress on. I mean, a lot of modern dresses are based off of old style togas, so makes sense. As much green off this brush as we can. Do I even want to use this brush for this? I don't think I do. I'm gonna leave that in there. I would like a big brush for this. We're just gonna up all this purple here that we have. So we are just spread that on a couple unfortunate spots that didn't get quite enough purple. And that need it, you know, right? I want to put purple where it's not needed, right? Alright, cool. Advanced theater was a cult. That sounds about right. The theater kids did always seem a little bit cultish. Oh. So. I was actually trying to get it to you to pronounce purple funny, like poiple. 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 Yeah? You want me to pronounce things like poiple? We also gotta go around the block and take someone out, put them, give them some concrete feet, throw them in the river. Is that what we're gonna do, boss? Alright, boss. Whatever you need, boss. It's all taken care of, boss. Yes, boss. Anything you need, boss. What was that, boss? Sorry, I just instantly reverted to Mafia Goon. Don't return to Monkey, return to Mafia Goon. Oh, man. But don't be a gooner. Be a goon. Be a hashtag be a goon, not a gooner. Okay, where do I want to start with this guy? I kind of want to do not a gooner. Yeah. Well, I am, but don't tell anybody. I think I'm gonna start with his balls. What do I want to paint those? I think we're gonna paint them like pretty garish. Kind of want them to like contrast with them pretty heavily, so I think we're just gonna go straight to blue for that. Where are all my blues? I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba doo. Oh, I think I only have like a couple of blues. Very sad. Yeah, it looks like I only got a couple blues. I thought I had more blues. So I think we're gonna go with this Azure Gem blue. I also have this Heavy Clouds blue, but it's not very bright. I kind of want something that's bright. So we're gonna go with this bright blue for this. Shade them correctly. Start with what? Why? What did I say? Did I say something weird? Just making sure that's still working. Oh, yeah, start with his balls. Yeah, we're gonna start with his balls. Oh, gosh, that's so much blue. Oh my god, that squirted out like crazy. It's crazy squirting. Oh my god. I guess we're gonna put blue in other spots, too. This has just been decided. On that note, let's actually not start with blue, and we're gonna start with this little rope coming down here. Because that needs to be... Because I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put blue on these, like, tile things. Let's get the rope here colored, because I just realized I hadn't colored it, and I probably should have already. Oopsie. That's just gonna get freaking everywhere. Because I'm a skilled painter. Oh, so he's gonna have blue balls. I didn't even think about that. He's gonna have blue balls and the blue balls. I didn't even think that I was giving him blue balls. Sorry, that's too funny. Can't say balls squirted and robes one right after the other. Why not? Are you? Dear viewer, you wouldn't happen to be thinking something naughty, would you? Hmm? Hmm? Perhaps we need to correct you. Alright. Oh, man. Alexa, clip that. Alright. What's the meme? Alexa crushes balls or whatever. Oh gosh, that just completely went haywire. Okay, we are gonna just liquefy that. Just ignore that. That never happened. I write gay, not safe for work scripts. I'm always thinking naughty. Yeah, that's fair. I'm threatening to correct me, won't get you the way you want. You triggered my echo dot this time in the kitchen. Time to change another activation phrase. You know, I will say, I did hold back from making an Alexa joke earlier. I almost did it, but I was good. But there I go, activating the Amazon spyware again. Oops, here I go. Oh. Hello, Lord. Hello. Also, I think you're thinking of computer making super gay and horny. No, I'm definitely thinking of I swear to God, this is a meme. Hold on. There's so much stuff in the way. Yeah. Meme. Oh. Yeah, okay. Sorry. It's not it's not what I thought. It was Jarvis crushes balls. Sorry. My apologies. I got my meme wrong. I apologize. I'll go to meme jail now. She said she couldn't move the video. That's precious. All right. All right. With that said, let's paint some blue balls. Try to keep paint from going elsewhere. Hold on. I'm gonna put on my glasses. I think I need my glasses for this. You're old? What do you mean by that? I referenced like a pretty new meme just now. I don't know that my glasses are helping that much. I think the problem is my hands are deficient. Yeah. I think we're gonna... I don't think the glasses are helping. There we go. All right, I'm in deep focus at the moment. Can't see shit. The Jarvis meme is old, my dude. No, it's not. You're wrong. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Now that's an old meme. That was a thing back when I was in school. I haven't been in school in a long time. That was back before, like, memes. Like, memes weren't even a thing back then. We didn't know that word. That word was still, like, part of a research paper back when that was a meme. That's how old that one is. No. Not like this. Guess I need to turn the volume down on my TV. No. No, don't turn me down. Turn down for what? Huh? Okay, I promise not to talk to the Amazon spyware anymore. In exchange, I will be talking to Siri. This is not a negotiation, it's happening. I won't tell you when this will happen, but it will happen. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping me. I am inevitable. Much like a certain purple alien. It was way more interesting in the first movie that they showed him in. Well, I guess featured him in, rather than having him be whatever. Ah, you think I'm rich enough to own Apple products? That's fair. I use an iPhone for like tracking, but it's like an old iPhone that I bought for cheap. Then I have an iPhone for work. And neither of them have Siri set up. They both asked me, and I said no, both times. It's like, do not have a use for a voice assistant. Like, I genuinely don't have a use case for it. Siri won't bother me at all. Okay. Good. It'll bother someone, though. And that's the important thing. Also, I realized I harvested so many mushrooms. I don't know if I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat them all in a reasonable amount of time. So I contacted one of my friends. I was like, hey, you want some mushrooms? If he doesn't want them, I'm going to contact someone else that I know who will probably want them. Use the mushrooms to feed the mushrooms. Could do that. Can you freeze them? If I was gonna freeze them, I would just dry them instead. Like, if I was gonna try and preserve them in some fashion, I would just dry them. I would just, like, If for whatever reason nobody wants like 3 pounds of oyster mushrooms, I'm going to shove them onto baking sheets, toss them in the oven on convection, like 180, something like that. I think, or 150. I think it's like 150 on convection, and you just let them hang out in there and just dry them slowly but surely. I'll have to double check. I don't have a proper like drying thing, but you can like convection, or maybe it's just like a regular bake, but I think you have to convection bake them. Well, have to is a strong word. I think it works better if you convection bake them. You're mushroom rich, yeah. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, if I were to sell all those mushrooms that I harvested at 15 bucks a pound, it'd be like a cool $100. You can use oyster mushrooms for dye. That sounds like a lot of time and effort that I don't want to put in. I'd rather dry them. That is cool though. That is a neat little factoid. Did you know you can use lion's mane to make the active ingredient in jet fuel? It's not really, it's just boiling and then dipping. I see. And you know what? If you got enough lion's mane, you could probably melt steel beams. Did you know there's a poisonous mushroom that dissolves DNA? Really? That's fascinating. Does it like specifically dissolve DNA, or does it dissolve everything down to the DNA? I'm kind of curious. Like, is it very targeted, or is it just like an indiscriminate type of thing? Because like, if it's an indiscriminate type of thing, that's less impressive, you know? But like, if it just targets the DNA, that's super cool. That's how we know what'll happen to a person when they don't have DNA. Interesting. That's cool. It's good info. Thank you for granting me this knowledge. Dissolves DNA, that's wild, right? That is wild. Very crazy. Crazy stuff. I think that's gonna be good for those checker marks, and I think the blue balls are good. I'll need to work on that a little bit, but that's fine. Anything crazy happened at work this past week? I mean, not really. Just been doing a lot of installs. We did a 200-pound capacity dryer on Monday, and it was unironically one of the easiest installs I've ever done in my life. We had so much room to work. There were no stairs. We just like pulled the old one out, put the new one in. We did have to take like the burner box off the old one, and then like the burner box on the new one was already off because someone already did that work. But yeah, we just had to like put the burner box on, and that's, I don't know, it was like super easy. We also had 3 people, which helped. But yeah. No, nothing too crazy. I've just been installing all week, and yesterday was a 12-hour day, and I am sore. Like, I am so I feel like you can murder a ton of people and get away with it by feeding them wild mushrooms. No. No, I don't. I think you could murder a lot of people by feeding them wild mushrooms. I don't think you could get away with it so easily. I appreciate the spirit. It sounds huge. Was a big industrial dryer. Yes. So it's like so 200-pound capacity for a dryer equates to about, I don't know, 1,000 pounds. Hold on. I think I can look up the uh 200-pound capacity dryer spec sheet. On premises commercial tumbler dryers. 200-pound. You, oh, hello. Net weight for a gas is 1,550 pounds. Yes. It's big. It's 52 inches wide, 81 inches deep, 99 inches tall. Yeah. Huge. It requires 425,000 BTU per hour for heating, which is crazy. Yeah, very big dryer. Very big dryer. Big dryer. Gonna kind of like look at this guy for a moment. Think about my life. But yeah. I work on a lot of big industrial equipment now. Usually not that big, but like pretty big, you know? The other thing with webcaps is they are similar to a bunch of edible varieties of mushrooms, meaning if you do get caught like an idiot, you could feign ignorance. Yeah, but then they'll just hit you with manslaughter instead of murder. Like, they have like, there is a legal route for them to get you still. Like, not knowing you're killing people doesn't excuse you killing people. Guess that's what hotels use with all linens they have. Fun fact, it was a hotel that we installed it at. Yeah, most hotels use 75-pound capacity dryers. Like, most hotels, you're gonna have a 60-pound capacity pocket or cabinet, a washer, right? And then you're gonna have like two or three of those there, and then you're gonna have like 2 to 4 75-pound dryers. And a lot of times they don't load the dryers up to capacity because it's better to load them at like half capacity. So yeah. A dude got away with it mostly because he also ate himself because he was a dumbass and didn't check which wild mushrooms he'd be collecting. Interesting. I feel like that wouldn't fly where I'm at. I feel like that wouldn't fly where I live. But good for him, I guess. For being an idiot? I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. That's just incredible. I missed a sport. We are correcting. grievous error of mine. Mr. Sport. But yeah, you know, hotels need a lot of service when it comes to repairing washers and dryers. But yeah. Okay. Sorry, there was something in my mouth that was hurting. It wasn't my tooth. It's like a, I don't know. It's like a skin, like, lightly peeled off. It's weird. It's a long incubation period. The poison would make it very difficult to trace it back to you. I see. Maybe. I don't know. I can just, like, think of so many other easier ways to kill people to not. A couple weeks of, it's like a couple weeks. There are easier ways to do this than with feeding it to them, though. I mean, feeding it to them, like, would work, but yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna get it too much into speculating how to commit mass murder live on twitch.tv and youtube.com. In other news, next audio win. It's a good question. I don't know. I was gonna do something merman related, but then my brain just like honked out like 3 times while trying to write it, and it's like, this is not happening. I think I don't know. If I write any, I don't know, maybe I'll write something this weekend. We'll see. I've been trying to write the next audio drama, and that I did get some progress done on that, but it is like I've got a lot of characters that I'm trying to map out everything with first before I actually write the drama. Sorry, I'm greedy. That's fair. I don't post nearly. I used to post all the time, and now I hardly ever post, so I don't blame you. I am working on the breathing audio. I'm gonna do more recording for that of just like me breathing over the weekend, just so I have more samples, because that way I can have. I've got like a few samples. I think I got like 10 minutes of audio already done up for that, and then if I can just like cut it up so it's like roughly like an hour and a half total, that's like, you know, not repeating, and then just repeat that for like a few hours or however many, like 8 to 10. That should be a solid audio. Add in some like maybe some gentle rain or a fan or something in the background. I'll decide later, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't want to talk about methods of killing people. I'm just like, I'm good with that. If we could move on from that topic. I'm trying to have good vibes tonight. I already have enough bad vibes from work. With that, I'm gonna be right back. I need another beer. Oh God. Everything's sore. Oh. All right. Where's my bottle opener? By bottle opener, I mean my keys that have a bottle opener on them. There we go. Sounds so good. Hope it is. This is my drink of the evening. I really enjoy this particular beer. It's one of my favorites. I'll look forward to having a new one as a sleep aid. Nice, yeah. I don't know when it's gonna be done, because like I gotta get it done, and then I commissioned a like your character here GIF for it, but the guy I commissioned it from took like 5 weeks to respond to me initially, and then like I haven't gotten it. I got like an update from him that he's like, okay, I'll take your money now, and it's like, okay, cool, and like I'll start working on it. And I haven't heard anything back from him since like no, not him. I will work on it mid-August, but if there's a deadline for the commission, please let me know. Thank you for contacting me. And that was in July. I was like, sounds good, no deadline of any sort. Yeah, so that was July 30th. So I sent the request July 11th. Okay, so I got the deadline a little it just felt like 5 weeks. So I sent a request on July 11th. I sent a message on the 26th, 15 days later, because he hadn't responded to me at all. And then 4 days after that, he's like, okay, sorry for the late reply. I'm like, okay. And the next day, I'm like, no deadline. He sent me a proposal on the 4th. And then my commission is confirmed in queue as of the 5th. And it's been another 15 days and I haven't heard anything. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. This is the worst communication I've had with any artist that I have worked with. Besides the artist for my first model. Like, I have not had this bad a response time since the artist for my first model. Like, holy shit. Yeah, apparently this is just like standard. A lot of people like run into this. This is like the first time I've run into it in a long time. Most artists are actually very, very quick to get back to you and professional. And if they can't do something, they will tell you very quickly. Most of the time. Notable exceptions. But this guy, I think he's going to get to it. He's just, it sounds like he's busy or something. I don't know. And bad at responding to messages. That's when you think, do you even want my business, right? But if I want like, I don't know, the problem is I am somewhat limited with my choices when it comes to like YCH stuff, because a lot of the reason why I'm going YCH is it's cheaper, right? Your character here, it's cheaper, right? Because they've already got a template. They basically have a template and they're doing something with it, right? And if I want this particular type of thing, this is basically the guy, the person to go to for it. That they're it. For anything that isn't like explicitly female. So I'm like, if I don't want to pay out the ass for something because like I was also looking at just like a PNG or something, but like there wasn't much of that fit what I wanted either. So yeah, I I narrowed down my choices and this guy was at the top for like what I wanted, but I don't know how I feel about their service. So they have 5 stars on VGen with 152 reviews. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like on-time delivery, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, is it just me? I think it's better responding. Yeah, I'll have to bother him again. But I'm also not in a rush, which is why I haven't bothered him, or them rather. I haven't bothered them. I should say them because they're a they them in their bio. There's, you know, straight man default. Forgive me. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm not in a rush because like I don't have any particular deadline with this. It's just like, I do not trust people who don't tell me they can't do something such they don't know. Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they won't say it, and you'll only find out like months later. They're a they them in their bio is such an old man way of saying that. Yeah. That's fair. It is. That's yep. I probably won't be getting better about that, by the way, to be perfectly blunt. Like, to be very blunt, that's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna be the grandpa who's like, oh yes, the they thems. I remember when that was a new thing. I'm gonna be one of those in the retirement home, you know. But I am in a rush. Just kidding. Yeah, lovingly, affectionately, not a bad thing. Well, that's good. I'm glad it's not a bad thing because it's probably not gonna stop. I know, like, I'm trying over here, but it's hard, man. Like, it's a lot to adapt to, and I have shit that's more important to me in my life. You know, it's yeah. As long as people are patient with me, I don't mind. What I do mind is when people aren't patient about it, and they're like, they get on you and they're like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, okay, well, you're too invested in this. I need you to calm down because I am not as invested in you. Trying is more than most people do, honestly. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, it might sound a certain type of way, but like, I just don't care. Like, it does that make sense? Like, I just don't care one way or the other. Just like, whatever lane you want to be in, just pick the lane you want to be in, be consistent about it, and don't make it difficult for me, right? Make it easy for me. Which might sound a certain type of way. Some people make it very difficult. I knew a gal, I should say, who you know, was trans but male to female, but made no effort to be female other than wearing a dress. There was a beard and a man voice. And I'm not talking like a bit of like patchy scruff, like a full ass beard and a man voice and like, you know, just very man, but in a dress. And let me tell you, first of all, it was early. It was before it was common in the pronoun days, and even now, I would probably be messing it up all the time because that's just a man in a dress. Like, I need a little bit more effort from you for me to be consistent on my end. You know? Yeah. People who get butthurt about it are typically used to being purposely and rudely misgendered. Probably. And like, I don't live their life, right? But also, yeah, I don't know. I've run into people who don't make it easy for me. And that's just one instance. But yeah, I've definitely, and here's the thing, I've run into way more people who do make it easy for me, and then I have no problem, you know? So it's like, again, make it easy for me, I don't care. They're like, what am I doing? I gotta do some right there. You touch that up. Let's do it, but I don't want to. I'll do touch-ups last. We're gonna save touch-ups, because I gotta, like, I'm gonna make more mistakes, and then I'm just gonna have to do another touch-up run. I've gotten a lot better at dealing with being misgendered because my in-laws are from rural Kentucky. Yeah, that'd do it. That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing is, like, I think people forget that, like, people my age grew up with the term metrosexual, which was just like, if just dressing good as a man made you queer in the eyes of a lot of people. So, like, there's been quite a bit of advancement in the conversation since I was in the last, like, 15 years. So some of us got left behind in that conversation. you know what I'm saying? I understand completely. I've been very confused by some people. Yeah, it's hard to keep up when you, especially, like, I'm just out here trying to live my life, man. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be any type of way. It's just like, oh, sorry, what's going on now? It's like, I'm sorry, I've been too busy playing video games. What's happening? I think this needs to be the same color as the other stuff up top. We're gonna start painting this. Oh yeah, I will allow that. Oh god, not metrosexual, the OG no homo. Hell yeah. Well, here's the thing, nobody ever claimed to be metrosexual. Everybody just got, it was just like, you got called metrosexual, you know? Yeah, there's a few people I grew up with that I'm pretty sure if I looked them up now, provided I remembered their names, which I don't, to be perfectly blunt. But if I looked them up now, I'm pretty sure they'd have some sort of gay going on, you know? Some sort of not straightness happening, you know? I vividly remember the metrosexual South Park episode. I don't. So, yeah. I know it's a thing. I do remember that it was an episode now that you mention it, but I have no memory of it beyond that, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, there was a metrosexual South Park episode. I don't remember what it was. Something that got brought up recently was saw a clip of, I think it was Monty Python, The Life of Brian. It was like, Is like it's my right as a man to want to have babies, you know? Or something like that. It was very funny. I was very amused by it. I was like, man, imagine this in current year. Be quite the scandal. Quite outrageous. So many people would be very upset. Don't tell the TikTok children, because they can't take a joke. Basically, metrosexual stemming from queer guy was a ploy from the crab people for something. The crab people? I know about the lizard people, but I don't know about the crab people. There's a young woman in another Discord server that I'm in who wants to be referred to as he, him, but they also claim to be a femboy, so confusing. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. That is a young person who just wants to be popular. Like, that's what that is. That is a young person who wants to be popular. And is trying to is using identity stuff to try and substitute for having a personality. That's what that is. And if that gets me canceled, so be it. But some people are substituting identity stuff for having a personality, and I'm not here for it because it muddies the water for people who have actual identity things going on. Thing is, if cis boys can be femboys, why can't? I'm going to assume why can't trans boys? I understand what you're getting at, but also, it just brings up a lot of red flags, and I've run into. Maybe it is legitimate. And hello, Raven. Welcome on in. Maybe I'm just a hater. But I've run into too many people who use whatever hot new identity thing is to try and seem in, you know? More hip than they actually are. So you'll forgive me if perhaps I am doubtful by default. Being trans has never made someone popular. TBH is a trans guy who likes feminine things. It depends on who you, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Depends on who you're trying to be popular with, I guess. I don't know. But like, I have seen people do stupider things than that to try and be popular. And I've seen people do similarly stupid things as to what I'm describing to be popular. Trust me, however stupid you think people can be, they can be dumber. I'll just say my doubt comes from a place of having been there and done that, seen that before. Not trying to be a hater. I've just seen some shit that makes me hateful sometimes, or sound hateful sometimes rather. You know, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm filled with doubt. Plagued with doubt. As they might say. Someone might say, I don't know. At this point, words are just exiting my mouth. I get the feeling they want a lot of attention. Yeah. And like, that's the other thing. Attention-seeking behavior takes many forms. And the other thing that, I don't know, it just muddies the waters too for like a lot of people. Fully understand that, but I'm also in a lot of community spaces and like helping people understand. No, that's fair. I understand. I just like, well, I understand as well as I'm going to understand, I think. Because I don't fully understand. Because, like, I'm not in that, I'm not like, I'm straight, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm never going to fully understand, right? But, like, I mostly get it. I get it enough. But also, been around the block a couple times, and I've seen some people pretend to be a certain way when it's very clear they're not a certain way. I'm not, and that's different from a lack of effort, because there's also people who just put in zero effort. They're a certain way, but they put in no effort, right? Which is like the example I was talking about earlier is an example of that. They were a certain way. You know, he wanted to transfer into a she, and that was legitimate. I 100% believe that. However, there was zero effort, right? Made it difficult. And that's different from someone who's just using it for attention. So, at least in my mind. There's nuance, which is a terrible thing to say in this modern day and age. Nuance? Disgusting. How dare I? Yeah. But I just, the combination, I don't know. My bigger problem is people use attention seeking as a reason to dismiss a person if you're lying for attention. There's no reason for that. It should be explored and help you know. I don't disagree. Absolutely. If someone's attention seeking, there's usually something going on that's wrong. It's just not necessarily the thing that they're expressing. Does that make sense? I'm not attacking them for being attention seeking. Necessarily. I'm just saying that the things they are doing indicate that they're attention seeking. At least to me. And like, does that mean that they have a problem? Almost certainly. Is the problem the thing that they are putting forward? Almost certainly not. You know? Does that make sense? I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm saying this as someone who did attention to behavior, try and get up for dismissed underlying issues. Oh yeah. Trust me. Looking back, I did a lot of attention-seeking behavior myself. You won't trust me. Yeah. If I could go back, if I could go back, I understand what you're saying. Good. I'm glad that what I'm saying is coming through. Because it's like, I'm not trying to be dismissive, but, you know, also, like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people, they act out in a certain way thinking it's going to get them the attention that they need for what is actually going on in their life, and they're usually wrong. And they get it's kind of, it was going to be a wild comparison, so bear with me. But it's kind of the same sort of rabbit hole that a lot of young women end up, where they end up doing like some variety of sex work, you know, whether that or even just posting pictures online, right? In order to get validation that they didn't get otherwise. There's way too much paint on this brush. This person's also attractive men, but makes jokes about being gay even though they're born female. I try so hard to understand, but it's difficult. Sometimes you don't need to understand. Sometimes you just don't engage. But sometimes I have found in my life that sometimes it's better to just like look at someone and be like, I think that person's kind of a train wreck, and then just not engage. Because sometimes it's just better to leave people to their own devices, even if those devices make no sense to you. And maybe they make sense and everything going on there is legitimate, and makes sense and is totally rational at the end of the day. But like, that doesn't mean you have to care or engage with it, you know? That's my mentality. Just like, sometimes it's better to be respectful and just get on with the day, you know? Just like, be as respectful as you can. And other than that, just ignore and move on. Sometimes. I'm also someone who's a part of the people pretend to be in this group for attention. Which fucked me over. Yeah. Some people, because that's the other thing. Some people do pretend to be true. Yeah. What really bothers me I am pretty sure that like it has been posited by people that a large amount of people who claim to be trans activists are not actually trans and are just using the movement to push their own political agendas, and I am inclined to agree with that. Like I think a lot of I think that it might not even be most, but a significant percentage of people who have larger audiences and claim to be trans activists are using it to try and push a political agenda. Now, does that make sense or does it work? Who's to say? I have no idea, but I am inclined to agree that it is at minimum a non-zero percentage and potentially a more significant percentage than people might be willing to admit. Probably not most though. Probably less than 50%. Probably less than 30%. But enough to muddy the waters, you know. A lot of my disabilities are used for attention is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I know, but I like to understand as much as possible and be nice to him. That's good. That's good. And you know what? That's really sometimes that's for the, yeah, that's good. I'll just say that's good. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I don't think I can elaborate on that in a way that would be useful. This looks terrible, but it's the best I can do. So we're gonna move on to another part of him. So I'm okay with people pretending to be pro-trans activists push their agenda, then anti-trans activists push their agenda. A lot of transphobia is just rooted in misogyny of their assigned gender, which bothers me. Fair enough. I don't know. I'm too small-brained for a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. I just know what I see, and sometimes I just see shit that just ain't right, you know? Will my tracking reactivate? No. Did V-Bridger die? There it is. There we go. Going to move on to another part of him. That's what she said. Oh my god. Man. So I kind of want to do something with this guy's hair. There's a couple things I want to do. So, ooh, he's got like little bracelet type. Hold on, can I focus this in right and get like good lighting for you guys to see what I'm seeing? But he's got like these little bracelets going on his feet, on his ankles. And I can't tell if it's like a bracelet or a wrap. Oh, you know what? I think it's a wrap. Kind of like how he's got a wrap here. I think he's also got a wrap on his ankles. I'm pissed that be allowed to be myself. I'm forced to be big brained and the bigger person. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'm glad I don't have to do that as much these days. But people stop giving as much of a fuck when you're older. Dude, you're a millennial. You should know what an anklet is. Is that the word for it? I have no idea. Black, white hair, blue bracelet. Okay, so for the hair, I have thoughts. So obviously I want like a metal color for the blade, right? But so I was thinking I got two different metals here, like silvery, like, or irony metals. And I was thinking of doing like this for the blade, and like maybe try and like do like a dark red over it a little bit. That's the word bracelet for your anklet. Well, thank you for educating me. I honestly forgot. So I'm thinking of doing this for the blade with like maybe some like rust over it and whatnot. Like make it look rusty. And then do this for his hair almost. And like give him like actual silver hair. But I was thinking like maybe what I do is I do the hair white. And then do like silver accents on it, you know? And I've got, and maybe not all the way white, because I have literal banshee hair right here. So like this is like kind of a grayish white. So like maybe I do white and then this and then do for metals, do you do a black base coat and then the silver? I don't have a method, but that sounds really good, Artie. I really like that. I don't have a there is no method to the madness. There is just madness and figuring it out as we go. But that sounds like a really good method. I think for his hair, though, I'm going to do white. I'm going to do this banshee hair, and then I'm going to do some metal accents for the hair. So I think we're going to rock and roll on that right now. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab the plate. I'm going to grab both these metals. And I've got white up here as well. And we'll grab some black in a bit. You're welcome. I'm a cosplayer and a prop master. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Glad someone here knows what they're doing, because I certainly don't. Assistance is always appreciated. We're gonna use like this. Some of these paint bottles have not been touched in, well, most of these paint bottles haven't been touched in a long time. So I stopped painting for a bit. Oh, come on! Hold on. Oh, I had a X-Acto knife that I was using for this before. Oh god, it's fizzing. Okay, I think we're safe now. It's not gonna overflow. All right. Do you have a mixing medium for the hair silver? Nope. I don't even know what that is. When I tell you there's no method to the madness, I need you to understand. There's no method to the madness. Paperclip, that would require there to be a paperclip in my house, which I don't think there is. I genuinely don't think we own a paperclip between me and my roommate. Because why would we, honestly? Just winging it, yeah. Thins it out without changing the base medium material. Ah! Yes. I have water. That's it. That's what I got. I got water. Take it or leave it. Right. That should do for now. Sewing pins aren't a thing regular people have. Yeah, no. I do have... If I really wanted to go looking for them, I do have, like, picks. I do have, like, a picking set for, like, mechanical stuff, but, like, meh. I would have to actually go find that. And by go find it, I mean go find my, my toolkit, my portable toolkit that has it. See, you have sewing pins. I have a pick set. I'm just too lazy to grab it. There's actually a name for your madness, natural artist. Ah, ha, ha. Well, I appreciate you saying so. I don't really feel it. I'm just throwing paint on stuff, you know? But thank you. I feel like I am assisted a lot by the fact that the models I'm painting are very good. I am just getting stuff everywhere it's not supposed to be. Incredible. Powerful stuff. It's okay. We'll correct things later. We'll make it nice and pretty eventually. Bring my sewing kit everywhere, which has scissors, multi-tool, safety pins, sewing thread. Surprisingly helpful. Yeah. I have found a lot of instances where just having my ratcheting screwdriver on hand is very useful. I don't take it to work though, because I have better at work. I have an impact for work. I don't need no ratcheting screwdriver when I got an impact driver for work. Love my impact. Who doesn't need a good impact driver every now and again, right? Now, I'm not going super thick on this white here. I just kind of want it to be an extra coat over the red, and then we'll do like a proper coat of paint for the banshee hair. Who needs a screwdriver when I have a hammer? Okay, but what if you have a screwdriver and a hammer? I will not even respond to the impact driver question. What? It's a legitimate tool. They're expensive. Like I didn't buy one for myself. I just have the one for work, but the one I have for work is expensive. But Milwaukee charges like crazy for their shit. I mean, all the tool brands do, but you know, Milwaukee's expensive. But sometimes like you're at the hardware store and it's just like, well, it's you know, one of the major tool brands are bust, you know, and for me it's usually, well, the Milwaukee one is the one that looks like the one I need. I go DeWalt occasionally though for some stuff, but I frequently find myself, if it's electrical, if it's like battery powered, I go Milwaukee because I got all the Milwaukee batteries already. I'm invested in their ecosystem. They have me trapped. I'm stuck. Not for my personal tools, mind you. But like when it comes to work tools, like I'm stuck with Milwaukee. I'm trapped. They've got me. They've got me in their iron grip. Also, the fact that there isn't a generic, like, what's it called? A generic socket for tool batteries is crazy. Like, the fact that that hasn't been standardized is insane. It's okay, I'm allowing it. I'm still mad I didn't get a forklift certification in college. Ooh, forklift certification is good. Helps a lot. It's not like a guarantee for a good job, but it helps a lot. Okay, hear me out. Tool brands are the star signs for Hogwarts houses for DILFs. What do you mean by that? I can think of a particular impact driver I would like to have. Oop, did I type that out loud? I'm not gonna dignify that with the response. You get a sigh. That's all the response you get. I did have one of my semi-regular crash outs recently. Private crash out, mind you. But I crash out privately quite frequently, just like in my head. I have like an internal crash out all the time. I'm basically internally crashing out constantly. But specifically, this recent one that happened was like, should I just fucking like abandon the VTubing shtick and just like throw my face on everything? I don't know. And I decided no, I don't want to do that. There is a reason I went this route. I like having the option of anonymity, but like, well, relative anonymity. It wouldn't be too hard for someone local to figure me out. Potentially. Like, there's a possibility that someone local could figure me out, but I was like, man, maybe fuck it. Maybe I just like throw the webcam on. Fuck it. I didn't do it, obviously, but I thought about it. It was definitely a thought. I'm going to instead direct that energy elsewhere. Yeah, I have thoughts and ideas. I will not share them further, though. I would love that, of course. You say that, but I don't know. I don't know that I'm that. I don't know. Meh. I'm not I don't think I'm particularly good looking. All I'm saying is be glad I moved out of Washington because I was on your trail, such JK. See, most people move to Washington. Not many people move away. Speaking of people who might be moving away, let me see if I got a response. All right. What I posted before about mushrooms and needing to dispose of them hasn't gotten a response from the person in question. However, someone else in my Discord chat decided to post something that I now must share with you.
Fun fact of the day. Every single one of us has kicked a pregnant woman at least once.
Just gonna wait. Just gonna sit here and wait for a reaction. OMG. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was a good one. That was pretty good. Oh my goodness. Oh fuck. Alright, well, this hair is good enough for now, for the moment. I am going... Well, I could start on his blade. Do I start on his blade? Let's start on his blade. Fuck it. Where's my black? Where my black at? There's my black. Oh, I see. It took you a moment. Fun fact of the day, I wasn't born C-section, baby. Oh, okay. I was natural. Goofball extraordinaire. Yeah. That was my buddy. Oh, my buddy. I'm just repeating someone else's joke. It was a pretty good joke, though. Let's be real. I got some of my friends are quite funny. One might even call them fun guys. It's especially funny because this is like my friend who also does mushroom related stuff. They tend to grow on you. Now we're getting the spirit. Fun fact, ringworm is a fungus? It is! I've had ringworm before. Way back when I was but a wee lad. We're going to endeavor and not get this black on anything that doesn't need black. we are going to be very careful, and as I say that, I mess up. Cat tried to steal the coffee. Don't feed stimulants to your cats. Sounds like a recipe for catastrophe. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I'm so fucking funny. I'm so fucking funny. Oh, man. Jarvis, clip that. Oh, my God. It's getting deep in here. Let me get my boots. Yeah? Are those boots made for walking? Is that just what they'll do? I'm gonna be real. I think more than one person's foot fetish was inspired by that song. I'm so happy I still have all my gold clips. Yeah, they didn't like remove all the old clips. They just like made it so you can't make any more. I really don't know what I read their reasoning about getting rid of it. But I think the reasoning they gave and the actual reasoning are different. Because I think the actual reasoning is that the old clip feature kind of sucked. And that they didn't want to put effort into making it better. So they got rid of it instead. I think that's what actually happened. I'm open to being wrong, but until YouTube says, like, literally proves me otherwise, 100%, that's what I'm going to believe. Is they just were like, this wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. And then just decided to cease effort. Entirely. I would not be surprised. Can I say one joke? No, not allowed. Absolutely not. Of course you can say a joke. Of course you can. Tell me your joke. Do you think people with daddy likes really get really excited at dad jokes? Have you listened to the song by Anna Pantsu known as Stacy's Dad? Because I think that song has your answer. Because she literally has a line that goes like, picked us up with socks and sandals on. Woo! You know, like excited about the socks and sandals. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if the socks and sandals are exciting, I think the dad jokes are too. What kind of cheese doesn't belong to you? All right, this better be real good. What kind of cheese doesn't belong to me? Tell me. Tell me. I know not. I crave this knowledge now that it has been dangled in front of me. Nacho cheese. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was... that was good. Oh. Yeah, like that one. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? What are we doing? Okay. We had a lot of progress on this guy. I'm actually pretty stoked. Also, let me just confirm something real quick. I need to look. I need to double check on one thing. Because I double checked one thing earlier, but I didn't double check the other one. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give up on Hogwarts Legacy, because as much as I like it for nostalgia reasons, the game itself is frustrating. And you know what got way more views than Hogwarts Legacy ever does? Pokemon. Right. Pokemon got so many more views than most of my streams do. And I genuinely am enjoying replaying Pokemon Gen 1, not just for nostalgia reasons. It's actually just a good game. And I'm like, I kind of want to play more of it on stream, and then I have data to back it up that I should play more of it on stream. I think I'm going to play more Pokemon on stream. I think that's going to happen. That might actually even be Saturday. You have a dad joke? Tell me your dad joke. You seem very excited about it. Your caps lock makes me think you're very excited about this. Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very... Hold on. We need the radio voice for this.
Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very time consuming.
How was that? Jarvis, clip that. If you keep wondering why I'm doing that, it's because it does have an actual purpose. Potentially. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Good one. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Immensely. It even got its own voice and everything. Hold on. We're getting a stretch in. You remind me of a broken pencil. No point. Jesus. That's rough. Oh, man. Man, you wanna... Oh. Wow. Ever gonna play Majora's Mask again? Probably not. Maybe. I won't say no. Because, like, the possibility technically exists. But the chances of it happening anytime soon are basically zilch. It was, I don't know, that the mountain was really rough to try and get through and like figure out what was actually going on, and then also talk to chat, right? Like playing a game and talking to chat is fine generally until like a semi-advanced puzzle arrives, and then it's trying to solve like the other problem is that like holding that whole puzzle in my head to try and figure it out, because the way I figure out puzzles like that is like I have to hold the whole thing in my head and like manipulate it like a Rubik's cube in my mind. Otherwise, like I just have to stumble through it for hours and hours and hours, and like that's fine on my own, but just like ramming my head against the wall continuously for hours on stream is, I don't know if it makes necessarily amazing content, and also it's kind of humiliating. Like, to put it bluntly, it's a little humiliating, and it makes me not want to play the game. So yeah, it's that, I don't know, maybe one day, but like, yeah, a bit frustrated. Agree. Yeah, it became a bit more of an exercise in frustration than a good time. And like, I think one of my priorities for games is like, if it's a solo game that I'm playing on my own, it needs to be it needs to be something that I can play relatively easily and also talk to y'all, right? Because that's my priority is always going to be chat, right? And talking to chat. The game will always be second to that. Unless like I'm playing something that's super cutscene heavy, in which case it's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be like, okay, shut up. There's a cutscene happening. There's drama happening, right? But even then, it's still like in the in-between parts of that, chat is the priority, right? Insert awkward dumb emoji here, right? For real. Yeah. But yeah. This is, but yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna bust through Pokemon Blue, and we'll have a good time with that. And then I don't know what to do after that, but we'll figure it out. I do not lack in games to play on stream necessary. Oh, you know what I need to do after Pokemon Blue? I need to give Vampire the Masquerade another try on stream. I'll have to test that one pretty thoroughly, and see if it's working. But I think we'll do a Pokemon run. We'll run through, we'll beat the Elite Four, we'll have a good time. And then I'll call it good. Right? But after that, I think Vampire the Masquerade, we'll give that another shot. Cause I really want to do Dream Daddy on stream. I'm not gonna say never, but I'm not inclined to. I know exactly what game you're talking about. I'm not gonna say it'll never happen, but I will say that it will probably happen under duress. Yeah. Are you gonna update YouTube emojis for the new model? Eventually, I will get around to it. Eventually, I'm gonna have a day where I'm trying to avoid other work, and I'm just gonna make a list of a bunch of admin work I haven't gotten around to, and that'll be one of them. One of the things. That'll be one of the tasks, probably. If this might, it might take me an entire year to get to. So you're saying all I needed is put you under duress, easy? Should I be concerned? Should I be concerned? Just wondering. Yeah, no, valid wonder. Kind of. Let me put you where I'm at. Let me help get you to where I'm at mentally with streaming and content in general. Cause like I love it, I enjoy it, and I went really hard on it for a while, right? I put a lot of effort into it for a while, and it got me a decent ways. And then it kind of plateaued, and it kind of went up, and it kind of went down, and it kind of plateaued. And what I've realized is that I have how do I put this? putting more effort in cost me too much, right? So I am specifically not trying to, I'm trying to not drive myself crazy with content creation, because I kind of did for a little while. So when I am thinking about the channel and content and everything, it's generally like, okay, what fun thing can I do to like can I do that I will enjoy and that other people will also probably enjoy. And so with that mentality, a lot of miscellaneous admin stuff tends to just like not get done, which is generally fine. If I were a larger streamer, I would care a little bit more, but I'm a 2-view, like not literally, but like figuratively a 2-view, right? You know, I don't have that many viewers, and I'm like, I care about you guys and I do want you to have a good experience, but also I can't, like, I would, instead of like spending mental energy on being like, all right, what admin stuff do I need to do? I'd rather spend that mental energy on, all right, can I write something, or can I work on piano so I can get better at piano and like maybe one day compose my own music and stuff like that. Yeah, I get the return on investment is yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's definitely part of it, is return on investment's a little hard. And like, that's not the, obviously return on investment isn't the whole like picture, because like I do this because I like it. I genuinely enjoy this. I genuinely enjoy talking with y'all and whatnot. But like some of the admin stuff, I was like, you know, yeah. Eddie K, you read my mushroom talks. I do read mushroom stuff. I like mushroom stuff. Balance is more sustainable. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just trying to not drive myself crazy. And so part of that is like, I could probably list like 10 to 15 things that like I need to do on like the admin side of thing that have just fallen by the wayside over the past year or so. Like there's like half a dozen things I need to do to like to the Discord to update it realistically, and I just haven't, because I don't want to. It's like, it wouldn't even take that long, but it's drudgery, right? It's drudgery, and it's like the amount of time it takes versus energy output it takes is not equal. And like, yeah, priorities. Yeah, exactly. Priorities. But yeah, so basically one day what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be bored. I'm not gonna want to work on anything else, but I'm gonna want to be productive, and I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, list of admin tasks. So I'm gonna knock out a bunch of shit, and like you're just gonna see like a bunch of shit change all at once, and it's gonna be great. But until then, bear with me. Unfortunately, this is just how I work. This is how I am. For non-critical tasks. Like, if it's more critical and time sensitive and whatnot, I'm more reliable. But like, if it's something that like doesn't matter that much, well, I shouldn't say that the emotes don't matter, but they're not critical. It's not gonna end the world, right? It's not gonna cause problems for the channel, but yeah. After over 3 years, I know. I should hope so. I should hope so. I should hope that you kind of have a mild understanding of my dysfunction at this point. Oh God. All right. I think I need to like get up and move and like stretch and like maybe lift some weights. Especially, well, at least move and stretch. I am so sore. The last like few days have been rough. But thank you all for dropping by. We got a little bit of progress done on the painting. I'm pretty happy with this guy, actually. He's turning out pretty good. Getting there. You're gonna make cornbread waffles? I'm jealous that you can eat cornbread without having to take allergy meds. I kind of want... Man, I want grits. I haven't had grits in so long. Anyways, thank you all for dropping by stream. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, which will be Saturday. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna happen. But until next time, which will probably be it will be Saturday, and it will probably be more Pokemon. I kind of want to play more Pokemon. Both because I just genuinely want to, and also because views. So I get to back up my random desires with data. Yeah. But yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves. Eat well, sleep well, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Posture check. Make sure you're not all shrimped up. And until then. Bye.